Right, I'm just checking to see if I'm all set up. Hello Tammy, how are you today? Can you hear everything? I'm just checking before I get started that you can hear everything on screen. I'm just going to zoom in a bit. I'm not bad, Tammy. Not doing too bad. I've managed to rush on tonight because I've got to cover at work, so I've been leaving work later. That's why I wasn't able to do a live last week. Can you hear the live stream okay? I'm just going to be doing part 2 of this fairy we were doing last time. Have you been colouring out, Tammy? I think what I'm going to do today, I think I'm going to do, let me see, I think I'm just going to do a top yellow. I don't know if you've noticed, but I had problems with the face last time. It's this paper, it's really smooth. It just didn't really take the colours down, I don't think, on this paper, and I can't remember what paper it was. Right, I'm just going to get my pencils out, what I want to be using. So I'm just picking some pencils out. You lost your colouring mojo. Yeah, you were saying last time. To be honest, Tammy, I haven't really coloured that much. I've been finishing my picture I started on Worlds Within Worlds. But apart from that, I've been the same. I'm just trying to pick some colours what I think could go. Let me have a look. So I think a yellow ochre. Jasmine. I'm just picking my colours, lemon yellow. Right, got them. Hopefully these will go. So I think I'm going to do it in like a yellow ochre, jasmine, lemon yellow and a deco yellow. Yeah, Tammy, definitely phases. Last week I wasn't in mood at all to do any colouring. Not much at all, to be honest. You definitely go through phases. I think I'd just had enough last week. I just wanted to come home and chill out. I did some colouring on Sunday and managed to get my shoe picture I was doing on Worlds Within Worlds, you know, the new Kirby's book. So I'm just sharpening my colours. But it's definitely, you do tend to go in and out of moods with colouring. I always feel better though when I have coloured, even if I'm not in the mood, and then I colour and then I do feel a little bit better afterwards. Alright, that's my pencil sharpened. Can you see picture fine? I'm just going to see if I can zoom in a little bit more because it looks really zoomed in on the actual app I'm filming on, and then it doesn't on the, on my screen. Yeah, Tammy, definitely. But I finished a little bit early today. I wasn't really supposed to finish till 7:15 at work. So we're just going to be doing this top, and like always I'm going to start with my darkest colour and then wait to my light, which is the yellow ochre. Have you not bought any more colouring supplies, Tammy, or done any more videos? I don't think I've seen any more off you. I know you bought some stickles and that, didn't you? So I'm just gently putting this colour down, darkest colour where I want it. Yeah, it's really smooth, this paper. It goes on really weird, the colour. Oh, you want? Have you just been, what you've been doing then instead? Just watching TV and pottering about? Oh, bless you, Tommy. Yeah, I get them. Honestly, I think I were in a bit of a slump last week, and week before it were an horrible couple of weeks. So I'm just putting some of this darker colour around here. Yeah, watching YouTube videos. Yeah, definitely. I think that's what I do as well. I just start watching other people's colouring videos and that when I don't feel like colouring myself. Yeah, it's really smooth, this paper. It's just definitely, I think, a bit too smooth for pencils, but we'll just do it anyway because I've already started on it. Oh, thank you, Tammy. Yeah, it's normally around this time that I come on because my partner, he goes to a workout around this time, so I get the house to myself to be able to do it, because if I did it through the day, there's just nowhere to do a live stream without getting interrupted. You'd just hear banging about and that in background. Right, I'm just going to go with the second colour. So we've got our jasmine. I think I'm going to put this jasmine just around here as well. Yeah, I'm thinking watercolours. I might try out the Arteza watercolours for background in this. 5 hours ahead of you. Oh my. Yeah, it's a big time difference then, isn't it? Definitely a big time difference, 5 hours. I have noticed that, Tammy, because I did a live stream once through the day and I honestly didn't get anyone coming on. I think it's like you said, because of time difference. It must be more popular in US and stuff, colouring. I know a lot of people do it in UK, but when you do live streams, a lot of people come on the later I do it. So if I stream around 7:30 my time onwards, it just seems to be more people coming and joining in. I think everybody as well is busy for, during earlier hours. But yeah, it goes on really smoothly, this. And definitely, I wouldn't say this is what best paper for coloured pencils, and I really can't remember what paper it is. I think it were off of Amazon or something. Thank you, Tammy. I've tried to stick to the light colours, kind of make it like pastel-y, just so her wings stick out, because I am doing them in the what is it? The KJ Design by Karen paints. Tammy, I didn't. Your knowledge of different papers. To be honest, I didn't. But if you do start to print your own stuff off, and then I think if you get a variety of different pencils, you'll notice straight away. Like for a face, I don't know if it's going to show up in camera, but it's not blended really well. It looks kind of blotchy, but I'm happy with it because it is just a print off. It's not in a book, but the way that it's blended and that, you probably won't pick it up on camera, but I can see that that's a bit not blotchy. It just feels like the colours are sliding on, and it's not, the tooth's not picking it up as much. Yeah, you'll notice that your paper's normally got a bit of tooth towards it, and it normally picks it up on pencil, but I think the watercolours will probably work better. I'll just have to test it out, but it'll do for now for what I want it for. As well, Tammy, your different pencils work different as well, so I could get a different pencil and it'd be totally different, like an hard pencil. Yeah, you will, Tammy. You'll definitely, you will if you come across it. Just gonna leave like a touch of white just in middle there. I've left like a little highlight, and I will be here as well. So I'm just gonna fetch this. Yeah, it is, Tammy. You experiment and then you learn. Definitely. Also, that's it. You'll not get anywhere without experimenting, and then you learn also from your mistakes as well. But definitely. Right, I'm gonna come in, just do a sleeve bit. But with this, it's like I don't have to do any much blending because the way the colour's sliding on paper. The mistakes that happen, yeah, definitely, Tammy. Because when you make your mistakes, and then you'll realise the next time you do the same thing, it's better than the one before. It's like now when I look at my colouring, compared to one of the first colouring books I've got, or one of the first pictures, I can see the major differences in between where I colour and everything. So it's amazing what you do pick up and learn as you go along. Is that my deco yet there? So I'm just going to deepen this up a bit. But yeah, colours like gliding onto paper, really gliding. I'm just going to colour all this bit in yellow rather than leave a bit of white. And then, colour shall I use? We'll go with these two. And I'm going to leave a little bit of an highlight here. It's actually been really fun to do this one though, because it's just something for a bit of fun. Tammy, yeah, it is. There's like hardly any tooth on it, so it's just gliding on it, so it's easy to blend. I do think the watercolours will go down a bit better. I think that's what happened with the face, to be honest, because the pigment just really went down. I think too much pigment went down on my first go. Because like I said, it were gliding on. So it's just gone that way. But never mind. Right, so I want my darkest colour again. And I'm just going to put some round here with this darkest colour as well. You'll have to excuse me, I keep coughing. I seem to be very sensitive to dust these days. Yeah, Tammy, if there's less tooth, but it's not, it does seem to be easier to blend. But it's, you're better off with something that picks a bit of tooth up, because your colours are going to go down better. Like I said, I had trouble with the face because I got too much pigment on. really it needs to have a little bit of 2 foot to pick up your pencil. So it's not always a good thing that it's just gliding on. This is not too bad. It was just like, if I'd have known, I'd have done it a lot lighter on her face so it could have blended better. Because it just seems to pick the pigment's just gliding over it. So the pigment, normally when I do a light pressure, I'd get less pigment on. But for some reason, I got a lot of pigment on her face, if that makes sense, when I put my darkest colour down. Because these are waxy pencils as well, so it won't look like it on camera, but you might get a load of wax bloom on this picture, definitely, because it's just gliding on. Yeah, Tammy, it is. It might work differently with harder pencil. I haven't tried it, but it's done job. What I wanted. It doesn't look terrible, so I'm not really bothered. Sometimes though, if it's a really smooth paper, like really smooth, your pencils might do the opposite and not blend, because I think it will colour with Claire's. She did a live stream on, I forgot what she were doing, but she were doing a live stream, and her pencils weren't blending on at all on the paper, and it just weren't coming out very well. And it were actually the paper what it were printed on. I think it were actually a book as well, so it were, so I think she tried a few different brands of pencils, oil based, and she tried wax based, and I think she had problems with all of them. And I do believe it's still up on her channel somewhere. But she were doing the hair, and the colours weren't blending together or anything. Yeah, it does make a difference, your pencil, your paper. Definitely. Right, to come back to my lighter colours. So I'm leaving white in the middle, but only little areas of white. I don't want too much white, because realistically, no, it's left white. But it just gives it that nice little highlight just here. And then darken some areas up. Right, I think I'm going to try to do a wings. Yeah, so I'm going to get my paints out. Yeah, Tammy, I really like it. I really like how I've done it in the pastel colours, because these, like I said on camera, you're not going to see much, but when it's off, when it's through day, they really glisten. And I don't think I can get it. Yeah, it's probably not going to show up on camera very well. But these wings really do shimmer when you're looking at them in daylight. I really need to get a live stream done like I said, I would like to do one during day. But only problem is, like I said, it's the timing. Not a lot of people come on during day. Right, so I think I'm going to try to do these little tiny bits of her wings first, and I'm just going to get my colours out and see if I can. They don't have to be the same because I've done an opposite. They just need to blend. So they don't need to be exactly the same. I'm kind of going for a multicoloured look. It doesn't, Tommy. The camera never does. It never does show this. You know, when you've got stuff that's really glittery and sparkly, and it really does shimmer. Unless you've got that direct light coming on, it's not going to show. I think it has the odd time, but definitely not, because I've got a lamp. I've got my lamp at the other side at room, and then I've got my house light, and it just looks too yellow in here for it to show up. But they are gorgeous paints. They're really nice. Yeah, it does suck. Yeah, definitely. Right, I'm going to be using these paints here. I'm just see if you can see that. So I'm just going to be using a little mixture of these to do a wing. So they're the paints I'm using, just so you can see them. Right, let's get my brush, and I'm just going to get my little rag here, just a little rag, and that's what I'm going to use to dot my colour out, just so I can wash my brush off. And I've just got my water brush pen. I have got the Arteezas, I'm going to have to start using them. So I think I'm going to try to start over here. So what colours did I use? Let's have a look. I think I'm going to go for a purple. No, I might go for the green. So we'll try the green. So I'm just going to have to activate my paints. If you ever buy these, Tammy, to activate them, just stick your water like that onto the actual paints. And just let it soak and it'll activate them all. Just like you do with any watercolour, really. Yeah, they are, Tammy. They're really nice paints. They're really nice. So I think I'm going to go for the green first. As well with these, when you first start, they might be a bit watery, and then when the actual water starts to dissolve a bit, they get more pigmented. Pigmented then the more pigment that you pick up on your brush. So I'm just trying to be a bit careful here because I don't want water going all over her, and I am really clumsy. That's one thing about me. I am really clumsy with my hands. So I'm just putting that colour down. Then I'm going to clean my brush off, and then we're going to go in with the purple, I think. Try to make it stick to a bit like this. So we'll go in with, which purple should we go in with? Just a purple colour. And then just same like I would with me pencils, halfway, just a little bit into that green what I've put down. And they do blend really nice, these as well. And you can always go back in with your colours. So I can always pick up this green and just go back in a bit. And if you feel as well like you've got a line anywhere, you can just activate a little bit of water and just blend it out with the clean water. But it kind of dries nice anyway. Clumsy as well. Yeah, Tammy, I am. I really am clumsy. I'm just going to zoom you in a bit more. Right, I've just tried to zoom you in a bit more. Right, so I think I'm now going to go with a little bit of this lighter blue colour. So I'm just using a little bit of the blue here. So you can see it. Just this blue here. I'm trying to get it in focus at camera. I still need to practice with watercolours because I use pencil a lot. So now I've put that little bit of the colour down. Just going to clean my brush off. I should have really got a glass of water. Thank you, Tammy. And I'm going to go in with a lighter green. So it's going to be a lighter bit of a green. I'll just show you. If it's showing up on camera. Yeah, this one here. I'm trying to show you, but my camera's lagging. Right. I'm just going to get this paint activated. It's a bit watery at the minute, so I'm just waiting for it to activate pigment a bit and then it'll pick up more. That's it. And then I'm going to take some clean water and just go over that line where blue goes from green. That's it. And then we'll get some yellow in there. Right, so that's it for that one. Just so really, once it dries, it should look like the ones on the opposite. I'll just zoom you out a bit. So once it's dried, hopefully it'll look a bit like that. Again, as well, you can always go back in and put more pigment down. So I'm just going to zoom back in. And we're going to get this, these little wings here. So again, I think I'm going to go in with pink. Yeah, Tammy, thank you. They're really nice colours. they are handmade, and when you order them, they take about 2 weeks to come. Mine did, from whereabouts I am. But they are really worth it. They're definitely really nice. They're nice to work with. Definitely. So I think I'm going to go just for some purple, pink. See how that goes. There's only a little tiny bit of area here as well. So there's not a lot of space to put all colours down. So we're going to go for a pink. Which is a similar colour, to be fair. Right, I'm gonna add a little bit of blue. See if pigment picks up. And then I think I'm just going to add a little bit more of that blue on there actually. And then we'll go to green. Yes, it all does blend in. I don't know if you noticed that I've got a little bit of paint there. Like sometimes the pigment comes off, crumbles in little bits, but I will pick that back off when it's dry, because I'm not doing it now because it will smear it. So we'll just get some of this green down. So I'm going to go for a bit of a lighter pink now. Actually. This is a really tiny area. So I'm only going to put 2 colours down here. Have you not used watercolours before, Tammy? Oh wow, you want to definitely try them out. They're really good. There is some, if you look up, what's it called? The pearl colours in starry colours. I think it's Gatsby Tamsby. I'm not sure what the full name is of them. Just if you go in Amazon and just type in watercolour starry colours and pearl colours, I think you can get them for around £11 a palette. Hiya Debbie, how are you today? The oceans. Well, they're not. Why didn't you like them, Debbie? What did you use them for? I thought they'd have been really good. Yeah, I'm just trying to do the watercolour, you know, with these wings and see how I get on. I've picked up a little bit of pigment here though, but I'm going to have to wait till it dries now to get rid of it. What were up with the ocean set? Just gonna try to stick a little bit of water here. That's better. I'll have to get that when it dries. Right, now for these big wings. Let me see what colours I want to do them in. I kind of want to do them lighter. So we'll let that dry. And I'm going to go for this wing over here. So I think, where shall I start? I think I'll start down here. And I think I'm wanting to do them in like pinks and golds, kind of like yellows, the lighter colours, and we'll see how that works out. Debbie, what BRB? What's that stand? What's that stand for? You'll have to excuse me. I'm not really good with, you know, short text. Right. So I'm just trying to think what colours I want to use. Right. I'll try a little bit of a darker colour first. See how this works out. I'll try it on this one because it's bigger. And I don't want much of this colour down because it is the darkest in. Oh, right, no worries. At least you know, Tammy. I haven't got a clue what it means. I think I'm going to have to get some water soon as well. Right. So I'm going to go for pink. And then we'll go for some lighter ones. Sorry if I'm going quiet, guys. It's just I'm trying to concentrate on what I'm doing before it dries. Let me have a look. Right, so I've put that down. I'm going to add just a little bit of that original dark colour. I'll put down. And then go back in with my other colour, just to blend it a bit. So it's like going back and forth for your colours, just to blend it out a bit. Hiya Patty, welcome. Yeah, I am well. How are you? How are you, Patty? And thank you, thank you as well. Oh wow, Debbie, that's bad, isn't it? Is that on your latest videos at pages you've coloured? Is it in there? I'll have to have a look. You know, we showing the actual colours. I'll have to check that out because I'm surprised at that. Because normally her paints are really good, aren't they? And for price of them as well, you think they wouldn't do that. Definitely not good with price. Right, I'm just trying to find a colour that I want. What will go with that? I think I'm going to go for... shall we go for another pink? Yeah, I'm going to go for another pink. And then I'm going to go for a bit of just smudge that, I'll get that later. A bit of a gold colour and then a yellow, I think. Yeah, I'm surprised at them paints, really, with money you'd pay for them as well, because like I said, they're not cheap and it's just a shame, really. Does there seem to be hardly any pigment, and like you said, just hardly any pigment and just glitter? Right, yeah, I'm going to go for a bit of a goldy colour. Actually, rub that off. I'm going to go for this golden orange and then I'm going to go for the yellow colour. So just so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to go for this, which is a golden orange, and then I'm going to go for the yellow. These are really nice colours. I don't know how they're showing up on screen, but they're really nice in real life. Oh, bless you, Debbie, no worries. To be honest, I've been struggling finding time myself lately. See you later. think the next thing that I'm going to be doing live is going to be out of the Mystic Mirrors, Mermaids and Friends, because I've had a subscriber, she wants me to do that, a picture out of there. So I think that you will be seeing that next as well from me, because I have promised that I'm going to be doing like a colour along from out of there, so I'll have to pick a picture. I don't know if you can see that, but it's picking paint up off that thing. It comes off when it's dry, it just flakes off. Yeah, I'm actually really liking this combination here. I'll see if I can show you it a little bit better. I don't know if you're going to actually pick that up. This camera's really crappy when it comes to picking out up. Try to... I don't think you're getting that here. But it is, in real life, it's a lot shimmery. It is, Tammy, it's really nice. I just wish it'd show up on camera how glittery it is. It's unbelievable, the shimmer that's coming off of it. And then when I try to show it on camera, it's just not happening. Oh, gosh. Yeah, Tammy, I sorted that work situation that I was talking about. Do you know when I said that the other person who were working upstairs were talking to that other lass about my job? She was trying to come and take over the job, sort of thing, because she had a job before me. Anyway, I sorted it out with the other lass who I work with. Yeah, so I sorted the work thing out, and then my new company came over, do you know, because I said I was transferring over, and they're really nice people. And they come over and they've given me more hours and stuff, and they said that I was doing a brilliant job, because they checked all my work and everything, and they said that they were more than pleased with how I've been doing everything. So yeah, I got settled in job, but now the lass who I'm working with, bless her, she's fell off of a bike on way to work. Luckily she's okay, but I've got to cover all her shifts for the next few weeks. So that's why I was getting home late last week, and I've struggled to find time to get onto a live. So anyway, so I think I've done that one in them colours, which I'm really happy with. I'm just going to put a little bit of water here, and blend this out a little bit. That's the good with these paints, Tammy. If you ever find that you've got like an harsh line, you can just go over it with clear water, and it just kind of mutes it out, so it gets rid of that. Gets rid of the harsh line. Right, I think now I've done that, I think I'm going to do the opposite. So I'm going to start with the green. Again, I'm trying to keep the colours pretty light. And I think I'm going to go for a natural gold. Just activate this gold a bit. They do tend to, like I said, blend and break down pretty well, these paints. So I'm just adding a touch of that gold, and then I'm going to go to the golden orange. I'm just going to zoom you in a bit more. Right. And then I'm going to go for a yellow. So we've not put overly too much different colours in this one. Right. So I think I'm going to go with a darker pink. I'm just mixing and matching it. And then I'll go for a lighter pink. And then we'll put some of that golden orange on again, because it were a nice colour, that. And then straight into the yellow. Thank you, Tammy. Yeah, they are. They're really nice colours. They are. And like I said, they do blend easily as well. And you can go back over the colours. So I think I'm going to put a little bit more. Shall I put that colour in? Let me have a look. We'll use some green, but a darker green for this little bit. It's this colour I have to be careful with, because it's a pretty dark colour and I don't want it running into everything else. So the next colour I'm putting down is actually called Damson, and it's like a rose gold in between a purpley and a rose gold colour. So this is a little bit darker, just to break it up a bit. And then we'll go back to light. So we'll see if we can mix that with some pink. And then we'll put some lighter pink down. Thank you, Tammy. But yeah, as you can see, they do blend really well. So the next colour I'm going to go for the yellowed orange. And then the yellow. I really like the yellow. It is called yellow, but it does look like a really light gold as well. So you could get away with using it as like a gold colour. But I do like the colour. Oh yeah, definitely. Loving it. So let me think. I think I'm gonna go for this as well again. So I'm gonna go for pinks, and that keep it pretty light. I don't want everything to be too dark. So I'm gonna go for a lighter pink now. And then we'll go for that golden orange. And then we'll yellow. Yeah, on it things sometimes like that, it does pick little crumbs of paint pigment up, but it's not to worry about because you just wait till it dries and then they fall off. I'm gonna go for a light green, just for the descend one. And then I'm just gonna go use the gold rather than the gold and orange. So we'll go for more of a gold, and I think this one's called Royal Gold. Because we've only got a little tiny bit of a wing here, so we don't want too much. You could even get a white Posca pen and go over all the lining of the wings in white as well. Just to, you know, once the paint's dried and everything. So you could go over everything in white to make it look even more of a glow. So all the black line work, you know, just go over that. Right, let me have a look. So I think I'm just going to do one more, and then I'm going to do rest this section off the camera, and then I'll have done the wings by the next time that I finish rest of it. And I think the rest of it, the background and stuff, I think I'm going to try the Arteza watercolour pencils and see how it's going to get on with the water pencils, because this is very light artwork. I have downloaded it in the dark PDF version, but for this picture I wanted it to be like pastel looking, so I think watercolours is going to really suit the picture at the background. So I'm just going to do one little more wing of here on camera, and then that's it. I'm going to leave it to dry and do, like I said, finish the wings off. So I think I'm going to add a little bit of blue for this one, just to break the colours up a little bit. I am going for all different colours rather than using the same colours for all wings. I really want it multicoloured, just give us something a bit random rather than it all looking the same. So we've got the blue down, so I think I'm going to go for the green. We'll go for a light green. Hello Kirsty, how are you tonight? Thanks for popping in. Have you been colouring? I was trying to watch a video earlier on, but I were at work and I was getting no signal, so I'm going to watch your latest video when I've done this live stream. I haven't had 2 minutes today. I've literally run back from work and come straight to do this. I've been finishing pretty late. Right, let me have a look. So we'll go for gold. Then gold and orange. You'll have to excuse me, I'm literally just talking to myself, deciding what colours I'm putting down. It's really random at the minute. Definitely. Right, so I think a little bit of a darker colour here. And then we'll go for pink. She's literally going to have really random wings, isn't she? See how it turns out. Thank you, Kirsty. Definitely, it's hopefully it'll you know, turn out really well. I'm not too sure whether I'm going to white the wings out though with Posca. I was just saying to Tammy you can actually get rid of the line art in black and go over it in Posca, but I don't know if I'm going to do that yet. So I'm going to go to a bit of a lighter pink. I think I'm going to do it like I did on this, so I want golden orange. And then I'm just going to put a little bit of yellow down. Have you been colouring tonight, Kirsty? To be honest, on it colouring I've done is, or telling Tammy, is on Sunday. Right, I'm just going to let that dry. I'm going to zoom you out. Let that dry a minute. Why have you been in a slump, Tammy? Have you been feeling okay? I hope everything's been alright. I'm just letting this dry off a bit. I think I'm gonna... Let's have a look. Let it dry. And then I'll do the rest of the wings off camera. Or is it a fairy one, the Christine Karen? Yes, she's good her, isn't she? On it... Oh, depression. Tammy, I know how you feel, honestly. I get bouts of it really bad and then I don't want to do anything at all. So let me just see how this is looking. Yeah, I think I'm going to continue doing the wings in watercolour. And I think I'm going to have to do the background in Arteza watercolour pencils and see how I get on. I have just completed... let me have a look. Let's see if I can show you what I've just finished. I've just finished this. I did put it on my Instagram. This one. I'm hoping it's gonna... Probably not all gonna get into view. Hopefully you can see that. Yeah, as you can see, it's a bit crimply. Let's see if I can zoom you in. I've used a lot of watercolour on this, so I need it to be a lot more flatter at minute. The background I've done in like the Neo 2s, the Neo 2 watercolour, and you can't see it on camera. I'm happy with how the background's turned out, but it was leaving it was dotty in certain places, but I think it's added to the effect a lot better. You know, it's added to the effect. And then with the Arteza, do you know, if you see my Arteza watercolour haul, I used a base of Arteza for the tree. And then I've gone over it in pencils to make it more vibrant. I've also used these as well. These are the Arteza half pans watercolour, and I really like them. I'll show you them really quick. I'm just catching up with chat. I haven't filmed any finished pages, but I will do. I think I'll just do like a mixed month on me, because I don't get that many pages done in a month. Definitely I don't get as much as Debbie does. But I am going to be filming one. Thank you, Tammy. The rest is done in Prismacolors. So I've done the tree, the shoe and everything in Prismacolor, Premier pencils. I've gone over the watercolours as well. Let me see if I can get this out without ripping box. It's a really big tin. The box is stuck. I'm just going to try to... You have to bear with me, guys. I'm just trying to get this tin out of the box without ripping it, because it is... Oh, I've got it. Yeah, this is it. These are the 36 Artisas, because I've got the tubes what were on my channel, the 60 set in in little 15mm, 12mm tubes, and I wanted some in a pan. So they just look like this. They've got your little key ring thing at the back. And with this, it came with like a watercolour swatch for me to swatch out myself. So I did it really quickly. So it's a bit scruffy, so you'll have to mind. But really, really quickly. And I thought this is just one layer. And they're really vibrant. And that's just with one layer and loads of water. But it kind of opens up like this, and then you've got your paints. And I think, yes, mine's definitely come out there. So they're just slotting like this. I think I've just got them all over trying to open it, so you'll have to excuse me. But yeah, they're easy, as you can see, they're easily removable, little half pans. The only thing that I don't like about this set is I wish they would have had a white in. So when I'm using them, I get me a little tube of white from the other set, and I just put a little blob on the palette so I can mix other colours in with them. I don't quite understand why they haven't got a white in. That's on its fault, I can think of as well. And I've probably just mixed them up out of order here. These little metal things as well, you just pull them like that, and then it allows you to get the little pans out. Yeah, so they came with this as well. They came with like an Arteza brush. It's still got water in from when I've used it. No worries, Tammy. I know what depression's like. It's terrible. It really is. So as for the paints, the scents, I think these are really good. And I did have them in order, but because that swatch sheet's just come out, I've got a funny feeling I've just mixed them up slightly. But never mind. I think some of these might be mixed up now, but it pulls out, look, so I can pull it out, and then I've got like all my tin where I can do the mixes in. So the actual tin and the palette itself I quite like. Like I said, the only thing that I think it's missing is a white for when you're mixing your colours. But apart from that, with brush and everything, you can't go wrong, can you? And I think I'm going to swap this brush and use it. So yeah, I did some of this in that, but as you can see with this Kirby Roseanne's book, I've used a lot of water on this, and it is really, that's why it's so crimpled. So I'm going to have to flatten my book out. Oh, definitely, Tammy. It would be, wouldn't it? It costs so much money. Thank you, Kirsty. But yeah, I think I'm going to have to flatten my book out. So that's what I were doing on Sunday. I were finishing this up. I can definitely see why Debbie's book went really thick, because she used a lot of watercolour on that. Were it the Soulmates? And it went really thick, didn't it? I can see why. Right, so I think this has dried a bit. I think I'm going to start I'm going to start doing a little bit of this wing, and then I'm going to after, probably won't get it all done on this live stream. I have been on since 7:30. Let me see what colour I want. Right, I'm just going to zoom you in so you can see where I'm working on. Do you know what I really want to do? I really want to do something in the Fairy Miracles. I think I'm going to start down here. You know, rather my Fairy Celebrations or my Fairy Miracles by Clara Markova. Oh, no worries, Kirsty, I'm not going yet. I did start at 7:30. But yeah, the Clara Markova, I've been wanting to do some for a while, but I've had a request to do the Mystic Art Mirrors, so I think I'm going to be doing that next. And I might just colour something for myself in the other book in between. Yeah, Tammy, decisions, definitely. Right, what colour shall I do this? So we've got green here, so I want something opposite. We'll do the pink. Oh, they're really tiny, aren't they? Right, I might just have to do these little bits in one colour. So, just add some pink down here. They're really small areas, these, so I'm just literally filling gaps up. And this brush is a lot better. This is the Arteza brush out of the 36 pan set. It's really good. I really like them. Tammy, it is expensive. I think it's around £30 with shipping, or just over £30. I'm obviously in UK, so I don't know what that is in dollars. But the books are really gorgeous. Honestly, they're so unique, pictures, and the paper's really good, Tammy, really good. They're gorgeous to draw. Colour, sorry. No, Kirsty, compared to some on Estee, it isn't really, is it? I've been looking at a lot of books on Estee, and there are a lot of books that are pricier out there. But for someone who likes ordering off of Amazon and that, they probably would find it a bit expensive. But yeah, there's a lot of dearer books out there. But they are gorgeous. Kirsty, I'm on about the Clara Markova book, the Fairy Miracles, Fairy Celebrations. £16. Gosh, where's that from? The one I paid for was £31. I got, I think it comes up to £31 or something from Estee, I'm not sure. But £16, that's really cheap. Oh yeah, it was £30. Yeah, I even got mine off of the... If you look up on Facebook, Clara Markova Colouring Group Fans, for fans, if you go into that group, there's a lady, I've forgot her name now. I think she's called Tony, and you'll see her post a lot, and she actually, when the books get released, she sells them for Clara. She gets them direct from Clara, and then she actually posts them out for people, and you get it a little bit cheaper. So I think I got mine for around £30 without having to pay the extra shipping. Yeah, honestly, I don't know whether prices are different now. I'm not sure what they are if you can pick them up on Amazon. I know on Amazon you sometimes can get them. They sometimes do come in stock, but I do think that they're around. They might be a bit cheaper. I'm not sure. I think they might be 20 something pound, but I've never seen them at 16. But if you ever do find one that's 16, definitely let me know, because that is a bargain if you can get it at that price. It really is. They're gorgeous books. They're all like fairies, a lot of fairies and pixies and stuff in them, Tammy. You'll have to have a look. I think I've got a book review on the fairy celebrations on my video somewhere, Tammy. You'll have to check it out. If you like whimsical stuff and fairies, pixies, mushrooms and stuff like that, you'll love her books. So again, I'm just going to add some green here because it's just little tiny areas, and then we'll add some yellow. Just gonna zoom in a bit more. Right, I'm just seeing what I think I might have zoomed in a bit too much there. Yep, I have. Right, guys, can you see that all right? It's just here I'm doing. I didn't want to zoom you so you can't see out. So I'm going to go in with this like purpley rose gold. Yeah, it's like pixies and stuff, Tammy. It's really nice. It is a nice book. I think she's got the first one, which is foreign. I'm not sure what it's called. Oh, what's the first book called now? We've got Tenderful Enchantments, which is the second, and then we've got Fairy Miracles, Fairy Celebrations, and then there is a first and it's a red, but I think it's in foreign. But there is an English name for it, so if someone can come and correct me and find out what that name is, it's doing me head in now. But yeah. Just gonna add a little bit of that other pink. So I think I'm gonna go for some blue. Yeah, it's Clara Markova. That's right, Tammy. I know name of it as well, the first book. I don't know why I can't think of it. I'm just getting this colour down, pink. The first book of theirs as well is the only one that I haven't got. So I'm going to go back to a bit of blue. Yeah, it is. You always want more books. It's really annoying me what a Facebook's called now. What is it called? Oh gosh, it'll just drive me nuts. I ain't got a clue. I'll have to look it up after this. I can't look it up on my phone, you see, because I'm streaming on it. So I'm going to go for the green. And we'll go for the yellowed orange. Golden orange, so. Magical Delights, Debbie. Yes, that is it. You couldn't type quick enough. It's been driving me nuts. Magical Delights, that's it. I know it in the back of my head and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, what is it? Because, you know, they've got like foreign names for all of them. Yeah, that's it, Debbie. 20 something on Amazon and then 30 off of Etsy, definitely. That's the normal prices of them. They are, yeah, that's the normal prices. I know sometimes they do them a little bit cheaper on Amazon when they're in stock. The Magical Delights is the only one that I haven't got. And at some point I will see if I can get hold of it. I keep looking on Amazon, but I can never seem to find it these days. I don't really want to be paying full price for it. But it's been driving me crackers thinking what that name was. Magical Delights, that's it. Do you know I'd have got off camera and it'd have popped into my head about 3 hours later? Do you know when you've been trying to think of something and then you're doing something total different and for some reason it just pops in your head and you're like, oh yeah, that were it. Alright, so I'm just going to deepen some of these colours up a little tad. I'm just catching up with chat. Oh, no way, Debbie. She's stopping. Oh, wow. Is it because of... is it something to do with UK leaving, you know, the Brexit thing? Has it got anything to do with that? Because that's a right bummer, that. So we'll have to pay full whack for them. I do know that Tony, I'm not sure what her full name is. Like I was saying earlier, you can go on the Etsy the Clara Markova's colouring fans on Facebook group, and there's a woman called Tony. If you just put Tony in, it'll probably come up or be pinned at top. And she sells them. She does sell them now and again for cheaper. Well, I'm just trying to wait for this to dry a little bit because I'm wanting to get some more blue down there. A little bit of more colour on it. And it doesn't seem to be happening. Let's try dot it. Ah, that's better. I'm still getting used to working with watercolours, to be honest. Oh, she's never got cold, Debbie. Bless her. There's a lot of stuff going around though, isn't there? And every time I put Facebook on or, pick up a paper or turn telly on, it's going on about that. Is it coronavirus? Do you know that virus that's going round? And they reckon it's spreading. They reckon it's going to spread through UK right bad, don't they? It's hopefully not. Hopefully it don't come to that because I hate stuff like that. I get right paranoid. I'll end up with a cold and thinking that'll be end. Oh, bless. Right, what colour shall I do that? I think I'm going to go for this nice pinks and the gold colour for this big one because I quite like that colour. So what colour did I put down? I think this colour what I'm putting down is called Damson, and it is a really nice colour. It's like I was telling Tammy, it's like a purple, but it's like got a rose gold tint to it. I'm going to go in with a pink. Yeah, I hope she feels better soon, Debbie. It's horrible, especially when your little ones are poorly. And it's even worse when they've already got, low immune systems and that, isn't it? I'm just going to get some of this pink into here. I'm just going to drop some water in there. That's better. Oh, bless you, Debbie. I bet you're knackered. I'm not a morning person at all, so I couldn't even imagine it. Right, I'm going to go for a lighter pink. Do you know my light pink paint looks like smush at minute with hot water. See if I can blend this a bit out. And then we'll go in with orange. But yeah, I think I'm going to start a Clara Markova one anyway, colouring book. See if I can do a picture out of there. Yeah, Kirsty, I've been wanting to do one for ages, and I was going to do it live, but like I said, one of my subscribers is wanting me to do the Mystic Art Mirrors, the Mermaids and Friends, and I haven't actually done one out of that yet. So I think I'm going to do that live, maybe alternate between them. But I'm sure it'll end up on a video or something anyway. But I've always wanted to do more in them books because they are gorgeous, aren't they? I really do love them. I was telling Tammy Debbie that they are really nice books. They're definitely worth money, I think. I'm just putting some lighter yellow down. Yeah, Debbie, I'm going to have to try to do one in that book. I really enjoyed that Halloween one. Do you know the wolf with Moon? I think you did like an Halloween one, didn't you? Out of the the Celebrations book? That were really nice. But I just wanted Mo to do any colouring last week, just with work and stuff. Because after everything that I went through from work, do you know when I was telling you about that woman who used to have my job before me, and she'd been talking to other person who were working upstairs, and you know, it had it all planned, and hopefully they were trying to get me job. Hello, Rochelle. I don't think I've seen you before. Very big welcome. How are you today? But yeah, anyway, I found out that she'd been in on weekend, and I wondered why she'd been in, not knowing what were going off. And then I heard that there was somebody coming to do like an audit, so I got a bit paranoid again last week, thinking, oh my god, they're up to something again. But it turned out it were not to do with anything, and everything's good. So yeah, I'm all good at work now. So at least that stress is over way. It's just now I'm covering the lass upstairs, bless her, because I was telling Tammy earlier she's fell off of a bike, but luckily she's okay. Right, what colour shall I do this? Blue green, I think. I'm just trying to mix and match my colours. This is really random. It's not supposed to be in any kind of, you know, symmetrical, you know, form or out like that. It's just going to be really random. And see how it turns out. Oh, you have? Well, anyway, nice to hear from you, Rochelle. Am I pronouncing your name right? I'm absolutely terrible with names. Yeah, thank you, Debbie. It did work out, and my new company's really good. you know, my new employers. And I've sorted it out with Lass Upstairs as well, so... Oh God, Kirsty, what you on about? She's making us guess books. Oh. Do any of you have the book? Oh, I'm not sure what that one is, Kirsty. So I think I'm going to add a little bit of green in there. Oh, we'll put a bit of purple in. I'm going to go for a bit of purple. And green. I've never heard of that one. Hey, Debbie, you're on ball tonight, aren't you, with names? Yeah, I've never heard of that one. I don't think I actually own any of her books, you know. So this is quite random, this one, because it's a lot darker than the rest, but never mind. I'm just going to go in there with a bit of plain water. Just blend it out a bit. And add a bit of gold in. Debbie, you've got too many colouring books. I keep saying I'm not going to buy any more, and then it just don't work out. I end up buying more. So I'm just as bad. I actually, I don't know if you've seen, Debbie, but I got them Arteza half pan paints. I've just been showing these a lot, and I quite like them. Only thing is, there's just no white in it. For some reason, there's no white, which is a bit annoying. You're going to need extra bookcase, Debbie, and extra storage. And eventually you're going to need 2 houses to get to keep all your stuff in. Right, I'm just going to go fill my brush up with water. So if you excuse me, I'll be back in a second. I'm just going to try to dodge it without knocking the table over. Sorry about that, guys, I'm back. Oh, definitely need that table back. Debbie, that's it. At least you've got a variety of, your variety of books that you can choose to, and they do last a long time. That's what I'm after. I don't know why that's not gone. I'm just trying to get it in a better focus for you so you can see it. This wing. Right, you should be able to see it all. That's it. Definitely, I want my own art room. It'd be heaven. Right, this is quite a long wing, so I'm going to do this little linear first. I think go for green. Yeah, it's literally really random, this. Yeah, Tammy, definitely need one. Right, I think I'm going to go for a gold. You never plan colour palettes. Kirsty, it's not often I do, to be honest. I normally start colouring and then I normally go with it when I've started to put the colour down. I think it's been very rare occasions that I have done a colour palette. I think once I did do a picture out of, were it Enchanted Forest? I did do a picture and I did do a colour palette. I used like 3 to 4 blues and 3 to 4 pinks, and I only used them colours. So it was really limited, and I actually really liked how it came out. It was really nice. I definitely did like how that one came out. But normally I just go with it. Oh. I think I've gone off. Right, guys, I'm just trying to sort my tablet on. I'm not sure if my connection's gone off. Can you all hear me still? And see everything I'm doing? If you just let me know. Are you all there? I think it's cut off, hasn't it?